What's up, guys? I moved hotels. I'm here at Quest Hotel. This is my normal stomping grounds when I'm in Cebu City. I don't really know how long I'm going to be here for. Maybe try to meet up with friends. Might go out tonight. We'll see. But yeah, definitely riding solo. But this morning, just had this crazy breakthrough. I just really realized what my ex represented for me. And I've said it before, mentally I know up here, but then, you go through the process, you go through the stages, you go through the grief, and, just further along in the letting go process. And this was like ego death. She so represented the hot girl, so to speak, that's rejected me. And then mix that with ego, that's involved with that. Mix that with just immediate discarding you. So that takes a hit. Mixed with the over-giving of yourself, abandoning yourself. I mean, all those things mixed together with anxious attachment is just a recipe for kaboom. And as I was processing it, talking to ChatGPT, just going through it like a therapist would, and understanding the patterns. That's the biggest thing in life. You understand somebody's patterns, and you don't have to focus so much on the surface of what they're saying, what they're doing. You watch the patterns, because those don't lie. The surface stuff, they can, misuse you. They can mislead you, I should say. And this morning I went back and I just started listening to some old messages, or reading some old messages from my ex's ex, and he's got his own issues, he's got his own say on what his view of her is, but some of those patterns seem to kind of play out in my relationship as well. And I wouldn't go as bad as labeling her all the things that maybe he does, but she's got her nervous system and her reason, her abandonment, all of that, the reason she does what she does. So I'm not going to demonize her and make her bad. She doesn't always do the right thing, and that can come out and hurt other people, but she's just a walking person, like we all are. So we all have our patterns of behavior. Say all that to say, went back and listened to those and just realized, wow, man, this is like a really no-win situation, and I had to give her fair shake. And I think the biggest thing that I was trying to do was hold on. My ego was trying to hold on and not really accept the rejection. The biggest thing was hope. Hope is what kept me in the loop, kept the string attached. And I was really been trying to think about, like, how can I let go of hope? How can I cut that string? How can I just be numb? How can I detach and be free? And be numb of it, like where I just don't want her anymore, I don't need her anymore, to validate me. And that's part of the process, letting yourself grieve it. So if you've been through hurt and loss, letting yourself grieve it. But then also asking yourself, like, is this me looking to soothe my ego? Or is this me really looking for love? And chances are, as men especially, it's some form of ego. We're trying to soothe our ego. We're trying to protect our ego. The ego must die. It's gotta die. Because that is when true healing, and that's when our true identity can come into place. And this goes back to my hypnosis therapy session I had a few months back, of how I realized, like, once I choose me, that's the diamond that comes within me. Once that happens and I choose me, that's what grounds into being an oak tree, oak energy, where you're grounded. And that's where people in your life can feel safe. Exes may fly back to your branches and you probably won't want them anymore, but you don't need them. And not needing them, and that energy usually is what brings somebody back. And it's like a universal law. If you need something, you almost in some ways repel it, because you're not in alignment with it. And whether they can read that or not from miles and miles away, I don't know, maybe, but it's usually how you show up. It's definitely how you show up. So all that to say is, so often we have to let our ego die. And if you're holding on to past hurts, you got to ask yourself, is this an ego wound? Is this something I'm trying to get my ego soothed or acknowledge? And then go deeper and realize, maybe this isn't about love. Maybe it's an attachment. Maybe I had anxious attachment. Maybe you were an avoidant. Maybe you just haven't worked through all those, and that's where sitting with a therapist, or shoot, even ask a ChatGPT to help you through that, can be really powerful and insight. So I don't know where this leaves you guys at today, but I just wanted to share that with you on this next video. So all right, guys, we'll talk to you soon about the next developments in my case.